All right, so today we have Collin Martin. Collin Martin is an openly gay professional soccer player. When he came out, he was actually the only openly gay athlete in all four major sports. I think that's still the case. He's a good friend of mine, so we're going to get to know him a little bit here, and then we're going to ask him his 10 questions. I hope you guys enjoy this interview as much as I did. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, man, I'm in San Diego. Season took a big pause there. Now we're starting to train up again, and we'll see if we're gonna have one.
Can you kind of walk the people through what your decision process was when you initially decided to come out in pro sports? Because that's not a story that people hear a lot, and not something that really any athletes have to go through.
So I was lucky. I was accepted by my family, my friends, and then slowly I was able to come out to the organization in Minnesota and my teammates. So I had been supported by just about everyone I cared about. So the next step was kind of publicly doing that. And for a while, I thought that wasn't necessary. Like that was not something I needed to. Straight athletes don't have to come out. And I didn't know if it was gonna be a distraction or what that would look like. But eventually, with Pride Month coming up, it just felt like I didn't want to be the guy that was coming out after my soccer career. And I had actually a pretty good gay friend in Minnesota that had a lot of connections with the media, but more importantly, he was just like, he kind of encouraged me. He was like, you don't know how big of a deal this is going to be. And to be honest, I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like, I didn't think people would care that much, but yeah, I had no idea.
You weren't worried about how your teammates were going to view you?
No, because all of them already supported me, loved me, knew I was gay. And then there was tons of people around the league that already knew. So, and the league supported me. And the big thing, I'm sure I talked about this too, was this playing for Pride thing. And I had all these straight teammates and colleagues that were supporting gay rights and talking about this stuff and giving their own money to Athlete Ally. I'm sure you know Athlete Ally. And so I was like, it's ridiculous for them to be standing up for gay people and gay people in sport, and for me to just be like, oh yeah, like I care about this, but not being able to speak on it. So it was just a culmination of a lot of things, and I felt like it was the right decision, and obviously I'm glad I did.
So how long into it were you before you came out?
I think I was about 5 seasons in.
Oh, so you were playing for a while.
Yeah, 5 seasons. So 4 with DC, 1 in Minnesota, and then I came out in that sixth season. Yeah.
Did you ever have a close call outing yourself? You ever slip up? Ooh. Was it a conscious effort to stay closeted?
Ooh, yeah, I totally, like, I was giving my teammates a lot of hints in DC, because we would go out and I'd be like, all right, guys, I'm dipping out, and like, just like, yeah, do the Irish exit. And like, they'd just be like, what are you, like, where are you going? Like, and I'd be like, like DuPont Circle, like the gay neighborhood. And I would just be like dipping out. And so they knew. And then like, I would drop plenty of hints. Like they'd be asking about girls, and I'd just be like, yeah, like maybe not girls too, and they'd just be, they would be confused. They think I'd be just messing with them. But eventually I was able to like come out to a couple of DC teammates before I even went to Minnesota. So that like helped me too. Because I was like, I had some test runs.
That's how you come out. You go, no, maybe not girls, right, guys? Like, that'd be cool though, right? Like, you guys are cool with that. Like, if I were to hypothetically.
No, I know. That's how I did it. Like, so that first season in Minnesota, like during preseason, I was just like, I made a really conscious effort. Like when I switched teams, I was like, you gotta stop lying to people. Like, this is not good for you. Like, you're like, this is just.
You double down on the gayness and you make it more obvious.
Yeah. I mean, I was just like, it's just not. It's not how it should be. So I kind of like playfully like came out to my teammates. They were like, oh, ask about girls who I was having sex with and stuff. And I was just like, yeah, like I'm not having sex with girls. Like I actually like guys. And they for like a good week, they thought I was messing with them. But like,
how did you prove it, Collin?
Exactly. Well, the funny thing is, one of my teammates, he was over at my apartment, and he thought my boyfriend at the time was just my friend. And he was like, he still thought I was messing with him, that I was gay. And he was like, well, prove it, like make out with him right now. And I was like, so I was like, this is super cringeworthy. But I was like, so I like kissed my boyfriend. He felt so bad though, dude. Like he was like,
he was probably like trying to get in on it. Like
Oh,
realistically, like he had to have known. Prove it, prove it. And then it's like,
yeah.
oh, maybe I've always.
Yeah. And then all three of us are making out, and like 2 minutes later.
And
No.
one thing leads to another. All right, we're gonna get into a couple more questions here. Of the three cities you've played in, DC, Minnesota, San Diego, which has the best scene and which has the worst scene? You got to rank them.
Well, it's kind of unfair because I haven't really done the San Diego scene, but I just say DC, San Diego, then Minnesota.
DC,
I
San Diego, then
I
Minnesota. But
wasn't
you
thriving.
lived
I
in
wasn't
Minnesota,
thriving in Minnesota. I wasn't thriving. I wasn't thriving.
but now you are thriving. Have you ever had any closeted athletes reach out to you?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So they exist. In what league? MLS?
No, not in MLS, but I've heard stories of guys. None in the NBA. I've heard a bunch of different stories. Or like little like, but no, no like people for sure. But yes, I've had closet athletes, and not in the 5 major leagues too. Like I don't
What
know.
stories have you told? Have you heard? Can you share any?
Have I heard? No, no, I haven't heard it. Like no, I can't give you anything off the top of my head right now.
I try and get you to out someone on the
Yeah,
chat.
you're trying to get me to out someone. Oh no, I don't have any off the top of my head, but there are definitely tons of athletes out there that are not.
What do you think is going to happen with you're in the USL right now, right?
Yeah,
So it goes like MLS, USL, and then USL. What's the and then
League
USL
One, I
something?
think.
League
League
One.
One, and then there's like, yeah, then there's some other like semi-pro stuff. I don't know.
So do you think you guys are going to get back to normal soon? Do you see everything going back to normal in a few months once hopefully this clears up? And then when does your season end?
It's supposed to end in November, but now that like we're we're so like pushed back, like ideal. I don't know. Maybe if we started, they'd want to push it back further. But I mean, then we're going into winter months. But they've talked about doing like a tournament type thing. Um, but I mean, we've had talks these past couple weeks. We don't even know if our season's going to actually even happen.
Have you thought about what you want to do after soccer?
For sure. And like right now, I'm trying to think about it more than ever. Because I mean, like, yeah, what if they cancel the season and either take part of my contract away or completely wipe it? Like I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Um, I've thought of some things, but I need to
And
work
even
on.
more like long term, like
Yeah, for
you
sure.
have the benefit of like there was some wind beneath your wings after you came out in terms of publicity. You went on court and you did all that.
Yeah.
It's not too late to capitalize on it, but you always have that like moniker next to your name of, professional athlete, gay guy. Is speaking something you want to do? Do you want to get involved in advocacy?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've done a lot of advocacy and I'd still be interested in it. I still work with Athlete Ally and I'm doing stuff for them next month. Speaking is something I've done a good amount of, but like still is like super hard. Like for me, like I get super nervous and like it takes a lot for me to like get there. But I know like, dude, you can make so much money doing these speaker series.
Oh my God.
Like it's kind of stupid that I haven't like tried to put myself out there more because like I know there's like a market for it. So
Go to
that's
schools and you can make money. How much money does Wallow make? We have a guy, Wallow, who was in prison for 20 years on a network, and now
yeah,
he does speaking engagements at schools. And he said the first speaking engagement, he got a check for $5,000. It was
yeah,
at Penn State. And he was like, whoa, 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 I
yeah.
can do this. So there's definitely a market for it.
No, there is. There's some people that make crazy amounts of money doing that. But yeah, I mean, I've met some pretty cool people throughout this whole process. A lot of like in Minnesota, a lot of like politicians, like in like I know the governor of Minnesota, like his family's been pretty close to me. Like I've gotten entrenched in like the politics of Minnesota. Like people, like my friends back in Minnesota joke like we want you to like run for like Congress back there. And
That's so tricky too. People trying to like use you as a figurehead for their.
exactly, yeah, I know. It's like they want me to go run in their district. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what would I even do? Like, these people, I'm not from there.
Nothing. You do literally nothing,
Exactly.
apparently.
So I don't know about politics. Like that'd be kind of crazy. But I have some options. I need to continue to hone in on things, and I really like art. That's something I've been thinking about recently. I've been reaching out to some galleries. This is one guy in West Hollywood that I'd be interested in, just like if my season is over, like going up there to LA for 3 times a week and just like learning from him, seeing how he got into it. I don't know, different stuff like that.
It's funny you say that because the painting over your shoulder you're making fun of right
It's
before you
terrible.
got on.
Yeah. That actually is drilled into the wall of my apartment. Get it off. So yeah.
That's interesting. Well, it sounds like you got some options. At least you got some irons in the fire if the soccer season doesn't work out, and you're in a good spot. You're in California, so if all else fails and they close the country down, LA County I think is down until September. But if they close the rest down because of the weather, at least you got some stuff that can keep you busy. So one final question for you, and I ask everyone that comes on this show. It's kind of corny, but what does pride mean to you?
Pride mean to me? I think diversity. And I know that's kind of a whack answer, but literally that like our community tries to get defined, or like people try to define gay people, or for that matter, everyone, lesbian, bi, transgender people, and they try to put us in a box. But really, we're like, there's really no way to define all of us, and I think that what makes us unique is our diversity, and the fact that people shouldn't and can't put us in a box, and so we should celebrate what makes each of us special, but also that people shouldn't be able to define us, and that we should be supporting our each other because of that diversity. I don't know.
No, it's perfect. All right, well, thanks Collin for coming on. Happy Pride. We appreciate it, and good luck with the rest of the season, and we will talk to you soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Love you guys at Barstool, so appreciate it.